Okay, we're back for quiz night number 69, and before we start we're going to give you the scores from last week. Now I didn't get John and Dawn's score last week, I didn't get that one, but here's the scores that I have. It's Anita got a 21, Jerry got 22, Andre got a 23, Josie and Bill got a 27, Jean and Dave got a great score of 30, but the biggest score last week was one more, 31 by Stevie and Rita. 31 scored. Right, we're going to go into a wee bit of a music one to get it over with, the first one. And they're not too hard, the music ones, so I'm looking for a bit of 6 or a 7 here, or maybe an 8 from you. We could forget to write the scores down and rewind it if you need to go back in any. Okay, here we go. In which year did Woodstock happen? Woodstock, what year did it happen? Okay. Number 2, which group sang Under the Boardwalk in 1964? Okay, who had a hit with Under the Boardwalk in 1964? Okay. Number 3, who wrote the song Crazy? That was sung by Patsy Cline in 1961. Okay, so who wrote Crazy? Number 4, who was the other half of the Righteous Brothers? Bill Medley and who was the other one? Number 5, from which country did the 70s duo Althea and Donna originate? Okay, Althea and Donna. Remember they had hit number 1 with Uptown Top Ranking. That was alright at the time, I liked it at the time. Uptown Top Ranking. But where were they from? Number 6, who had a hit with Because the Night? That might get a few years. Because the Night. That was a good wee number. Number 7, I'm going to give you a wee lyric from a song from 1973, and I want you to tell me what the name of the song is. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Okay, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Is from which 1973 hit. And the last one in round 1, that's another lyric. Okay, here's the line. Baby, you're not that kind, is from which 1976 song. Baby, you're not that kind, is from which 1976 song. Number 1. I think it was number 1. You're sure it was number 1. Right, answers down. I'm going to give it the answers. So if you need to rewind that and go back on a few, and make sure you take your score down and add them up and let me know what you have. Anybody's watching this for the first, if you can, at the end of the YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, there's a wee thing you can leave a message. So put your name down and let me know your score, and I'll read it out. If you get over 20, I'll read you all out next week. The next time I do it, probably every 2 weeks, 20 days or something. Right, here's the answers. In which year did Woodstock happen? 1969. And which group sang Under the Boardwalk? In 1964, it was the Drifters. And who wrote the song Crazy? That was sung by Patsy Cline in 1961. It was Willie Nelson wrote it. And who was the other half of the Righteous Brothers? Bill Medley and Bobby Hatfield. Okay, Bobby Hatfield. And from which country did the 70s duo Althea and Donna originate? Who had the number 1 with Uptown Top Ranking? They were Jamaican. And who had a hit with Because the Night? Patti Smith. And the lyric, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man, is Dolly Parton's Jolene. And the last one, another lyric, was Baby You're Not That Kind, is from which 1976 song? Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Elton John and Kiki D. Right? Write them scores down. And I think we're going to move on to something different this week. I've got football teams, and it could be English or Scottish or probably Welsh or something. I don't think they're only from Northern Ireland. Is there? And it's going to be cryptic football teams. Just want to go over them and say I was only from Northern Ireland. All England and Scotland, okay? All England and Scotland. Example, military ammunition would be arsenal. Arsenal. Right. Or some of them has been 3 parts, so if you get even one of the clues, that should enable you to get the football team, okay? Number 1, Regal Playground. Regal Playground. Okay. Number 2, where the sun sets with meat before being joined together. Okay. Where the sun sets with meat before being joined together. Number 3, Stringfellows Administration Combined. Stringfellows Administration Combined. Number 4, you'll probably have to pause this a couple of times because you have to, it's one of these ones you have to think about. Number 4, Bobby and Jack, physically strong and fit. Okay, Bobby and Jack, physically strong and fit. Number 5, found in Texas, looking after parks. Found in Texas, looking after parks. Number 6, locked in place, walking aimlessly. Locked in place, walking aimlessly. Number 7, the latest fortified wine region. The latest fortified wine region. Okay. The last one. Now some of these mightn't be, you could say, that doesn't mean that there, but it's, you know what I mean a little bit. It's close enough, but to say it is, you know. London Street, next to small forest, in large village. Okay, London Street, next to small forest, in large village. Okay, so that's your rate. So it probably takes some of the wee way to work out, but I'm going to give you the answers here, so you're going to pause that while you're working it out, and then come back and then hear my answers, okay? And then write your scores out and let me know what you get. No, answers: Regal Playground, Queen's Park. Where the sun sets with meat before being joined together. Sun sets in the west, and the meat's Ham, and joined together is United, so it's West Ham United. Stringfellows Administration Combined. So Stringfellow is Peter Stringfellow, Administration Borough, and Combined United. So it's Peterborough United. Bobby and Jack, physically strong and fit. So you have Bobby and Jack, Charlton, and strong and fit, athletic. So you have Charlton Athletic. Found in Texas, looking after parks. Texas Rangers and a park ranger, so it's Rangers. Locked in place, walking aimlessly. Locked in place, bolt on, Wanderers, walking aimlessly, so you have Bolton Wanderers. The latest fortified wine region, so it's Newport. County. London Street next to Small Forest and Large Village. Fleet Street. Small Forest is a wood and Large Village town. Fleetwood Town. Okay, so no arguing. That's the answers. Well, especially with the town bit. I googled it. It says a village is slightly smaller than a town, so it's a big village. You're going into the town if there's a lot of people in it. Right, number 2, general round 3. This is round 3. Moldova can be found in which continent? Moldova. Who starred with Michael Douglas in The Jewel of the Nile? Who's the like her? So it's a girl. Number 3. St. Elmo is the patron saint of who? St. Elmo. Which Tom Hanks movie features a mouse called Mr. Jingles? Okay. Which Tom Hanks movie features a mouse called Mr. Jingles? Number 5. Who was president of the USA before Ronald Reagan? Number 6. Mount Cook is the highest mountain in which country? Mount Cook is the highest mountain in which country? Number 7. The character Uriah Heep is from which Dickens book? Uriah Heep is from which Dickens group or book? Be a wee group called Uriah Heep, remember? Back in the 70s or something. Uriah Heep. Don't know what's about him like. Here's a wee tough one. In Ireland, when is Women's Little Christmas celebrated? It's very strong tradition still today, even and especially in Cork and Kerry. It's a tradition when men take on household duties for the day, and that the wives lay about and because they've done all the work at Christmas. So, what date is Women's Little Christmas celebrated? Okay, you want to pause that and give me the answers? Here we go. Number 1. Moldova can be found in which continent? It's in Europe. And who starred with Michael Douglas in The Jewel of the Nile? Kathleen Turner. And number 3. St. Elmo is the patron saint of sailors. Number 4. Which Tom Hanks movie features a mouse called Mr. Jingles? The Green Mile. And who was president of the USA before Ronald Reagan? It was Jimmy Carter. And Mount Cook is the highest mountain in which country? It's New Zealand. And the character of Uriah Heep is from which Dickens book? He's from David Copperfield. And number 8, in Ireland, when is Women's Little Christmas celebrated? It's the 6th of January. The 6th of January. Never heard of that until I came across it. Okay, on round 4. Which city was badly damaged by an earthquake in 1906? Okay. Which city was badly damaged by an earthquake in 1906? Number 2. Who is the only man to raise the World Cup trophy as both a captain and a manager? Okay, so who's the only player to raise the World Cup, the only person to raise the World Cup as both the manager and a player? Number 3. Which famous singer was known as Lady Day? Which famous singer was known as Lady Day? Number 4. In 2018, which actress became the oldest woman to pose for Playboy magazine at the age of 67? Okay, so in 2018, which actress became the oldest woman at 67 to pose for Playboy magazine? Who was she? Number 5. Which workers' movement started a rebellion in Nottingham in 1811 over fears they would be replaced by machines? So they were known, this group was known by a name. Who were they? Number 6. Which American TV show, first aired in 1990, begins with the mysterious death of teenage girl Laura Palmer? Okay, so which series that first began in 1990 begins with the mysterious death of teenage girl Laura Palmer? Okay, number 7. What is Northern Rhodesia called now? Okay, Northern Rhodesia, what's it called now? And the last one in round 4 is Tabasco sauce is manufactured in which state? Okay, Tabasco sauce is manufactured in which state? Okay, get them answers down. If you want to pause this, if you want to go back on them, I'm going to be giving you a mic here, okay? So, here we go. Answers to round 4. Which city was badly damaged by an earthquake in 1906? San Francisco. And who is the only man to raise the World Cup trophy as both a captain and a manager? Franz Beckenbauer. And which famous singer was known as Lady Day? Billie Holiday. And number 4. In 2018, which actress became the oldest woman to pose for Playboy magazine at the age of 67? Was Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour. So it was her. After she got rid of Henry VIII, she posed for Playboy. Okay, number 5. Which workers' movement started a rebellion in Nottingham in 1811 over fears they would be replaced by machines? They were the Luddites. The Luddites. Number 6. Which American TV show, first aired in 1990, begins with the mysterious death of teenage girl Laura Palmer? And number 7. What is Northern Rhodesia called now? It's the Republic of Zimbabwe. Zambia. Republic of Zambia. And number 8. Tabasco sauce is manufactured in which state? It's Louisiana. Louisiana. Okay, get them scores down. And we're going to go on to the last round. It's going to be about 20 minutes or something like that, 21. Number 1. Where would you find Poets Corner? Where would you find Poets Corner? Okay. Here's a tough one here. Came across this during the week. At the start of Bruce Forsyth's career, which instrument did he play as Boy Bruce the Mighty Atom? When he first started out, he was Boy Bruce the Mighty Atom, but which instrument did he play? Number 3. Who created the Mr. Men books? And number 4. In which city was Philadelphia cream cheese invented? In which city was Philadelphia cream cheese invented? Number 5. After Ramadan, where the Muslims fast, traditionally break their fast with which food? Okay, so after Ramadan, Muslims traditionally break their fast with which food? Number 6. What is the common name for involuntary contractions of the diaphragm? Okay, so what is the common name for involuntary contractions of the diaphragm? Okay, we're going to count them as England and Scotland here. We're not going to count Northern Ireland because I couldn't get a definitive answer for one of the teams here. So I couldn't put 3, but I thought it might have been 3, but where I came across it, it says 2. So we're going to stick with the 2. As of 2020, only 2 UK football clubs have won over 100 trophies in their history. Which 2? Now I'm going to say it's not Northern Ireland, okay? It's in the UK, but it's not Northern Ireland. As of 2020, only 2 UK football clubs have won over 100 trophies in their history. 100 trophies each team. So we are the 2 teams. And the last one in this round is, which bird is traditionally seen as the usual national symbol of France? Okay, so which bird is traditionally seen as the usual national symbol of France? Right, you may stop now because I'm going to give you the answer, so I'm going to pause that. And don't forget to let me know by text or WhatsApp or some way, send me a postcard or give me your score, okay? So I'll give you a shout out the next time I do it. Next one's going to be 70. It'll be 70 quizzes, the next one. And here we go. Where would you find Poets' Corner? Westminster Abbey. Number 2. At the start of Bruce Forsyth's career, which instrument did he play as Boy Bruce the Mighty Atom? It was the accordion. And who created the Mystery Men books? Roger Hargreaves. And in which city was Philadelphia cream cheese invented? It wasn't Philadelphia, it was New York. And after Ramadan, Muslims traditionally broke their fast with which food? Dates. And what is the common name for involuntary contractions of the diaphragm? Hiccups. And as of 2020, only 2 UK football clubs have won over 100 trophies in their history. They are Rangers and Celtic. And which bird is traditionally seen as the usual national symbol of France? It's the rooster. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that wee one, and let me know what scores you've got, and hopefully you maybe hit 30 this week, maybe about 28 or something, maybe a top one or something. So let me know the scores, and enjoy your weekend, and see you soon.